Fam, what is up with the squad? It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tennessee's in the building with everybody loves Juju 1 2. Check ball, we up. Groovy,
What
what's
up?
good? Juju, what's happening?
Good morning, everybody. What's happening? What's
We
going
got we
on?
got hoops. We got
Groovy.
hoops. We got hoops today.
Happy
We
New
got hoops today.
Year.
So Ju,
On
what's
it.
going on? How you doing?
On it. Everything's good. Everything was quiet yesterday, but like you said, we back on. We back on some hoops
What
today.
did you think about the top
Um,
25? I didn't see nothing really surprising.
I think about. Oh, I think they got it. I think they got it right. I think it was a quiet transition. Not a lot of movement, unfortunately. My little Cal Bears dropped all the way to drop 4 spots off of what would you say, a loss to Clemson, and I was disappointed in that. But hey, that's how the ball bounces, right? Um, Pretty much everybody,
I mean, Clemson
stayed the
was
same. Went
unranked
up
though, right?
one, went down one, and then you know, yeah, they must have been unranked.
Clemson was like
Clemson was
unranked though,
unranked,
so I think
but
they had to go. They
you know
had to go
what?
down.
You, they had to go down, but Clemson was on the verge. They were a team that were playing ranked teams, and you know how you always say iron sharpens iron, and so they had been playing some top ranked teams, and those are the things that sharpen you. They sharpen you. Whether you learn, if you could take something away, even if you're getting blown out. You if you use that as a lesson, you could take something away from it. And obviously, they took enough away to get, a bottom top 25 team like they did. And I mean, they got them good. They got them hard to make them drop as far as they did. So yeah, that that's what's getting ready to take place. I mean, we're getting into the groove of things. January about to be hot, hot. I know some games coming up Thursday. I got something great to look forward to with USC on Wednesday with Maryland, just to get that out of the way, and then it opens it up for some teams that we are expected to win against. But and then I think the SEC gets to cooking in January. You know, pretty much. So I can't wait. I just can't wait. January, the month of January is gonna be something else going into February. And then when I was looking at the schedule going down through February, the next thing you know, it was like, oh my God, this regular conference is over. Begin first week of March. I mean, just like that, we're right. We're going into the tournament, conference tournaments, and then we're gonna be getting ready for the selection and seeding and everything that I remember that happened last year when I got back into everything. And I'm like, this is moving fast. This is. I hope everybody ready. Let's just put
Oh
it that
yeah,
way. I mean
is
ready in
it?
the sense like healed up, because the latest news everyone's keeping their eye on is Ashland, and it was Ashland and Paige, and then another girl I think from Oklahoma. But I gotta say, we it hasn't been too many injuries. Maybe something's working right with the conditioning and trainers.
there definitely
I
hasn't
don't
been as
know.
many injuries
Yeah,
as could have been. I guess is how we how
yeah,
we how you say it. But I mean,
yeah.
people
Not too bad.
they're
I
definitely
mean,
staying.
fingers
I think the
crossed.
players definitely staying more healthy. So there's that. Let's see
Yeah.
who's in the chat. Groovy, what's up? Emily, what's happening? Eric Higgins, good morning. Uncle J.E. James of Flatbush, what's happening? Political Lil, what's good? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Come on in. So he
Good
said,
morning,
yep, January's
everybody.
heating up. You got UCLA. You got UCLA playing tonight. What are you thinking about that game tonight?
Okay, so um, I just took that down. I didn't even pay attention to who they were playing. So hold on. Oh, Purdue. I see. We see. I think I seen Purdue
Yeah,
like
it's
played
Purdue.
Carolina. I think I seen Purdue. That should be that should be a no brainer. That should be a win on their part. But it's not only um, even though you're going in and you're expected to uh, have a almost 100% chance of winning. It's how you win and it's what you use that time for that's important for UCLA. Like even if they score, I mean, holding them to a certain amount of points, um, how many points does UCLA score? How many combinations and different things is Corey going to be using that game? That in game is you could practice on a set offense or a set defense all day long in practice, but it's nothing like game time. In game, using in game action, real time, like is nothing like that. So I just wanted to address a little something when people, oh, why did you leave this star in, or why you not letting off the gas, and it's not time to do any of that because there's different reasons why um, you're keeping a star in with say some bench players, or you're taking a star out and you're putting all bench players, or you're trying um, different things, but in time, in game reps, and then it's just overall conditioning. You got to keep your starters used to playing 30-35 minutes somehow, some way, no matter what you're doing and how you're doing it. You gotta keep their conditioning up with in-game stuff. So UCLA being as dominant as they are, and as well as USC, and South Carolina. I could say that about Notre Dame. I can say that about a lot of teams. Um, you gotta understand that even though they're predicted 90, it says 98.54% chance of winning. Um, all of those things, in terms of offensive points and all those things go into affecting your bracketology and affecting your what do they say, net rankings and things like that. So
Yeah, but
we'll
I don't.
see.
Did you
What
say
do you
that?
think?
Did you say players have to be used to playing 30-35 minutes?
At least 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. I'm saying a
Oh no,
player's
I don't. I
like
don't. I don't
like
agree
I
with
think
that.
you. Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. Well, I hear you. I hear you. But because of the system that your favorite team doesn't necessarily have players that do that, but they are playing their set minutes. I mean, her system, I think, in her system, they all play pretty much consistently on average their average minutes, and that's what works for them. That's what works for them. But they don't play less than what their average minutes usually are. Their starters, they stick to the same thing pretty much. But if you start pulling back way back, I just think that uh, I think South Carolina's an exception because you can go so deep, and so theirs is a little bit different. I just think though, with other teams, it's not as fortunate to have the depth that they have.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. You play with what's required, but I don't think that anybody has to be playing 30-35 minutes. I think it's just based on your team structure. Uncle Je, we have to start talking about bets. For what? Not for what? Purdue rebuilding, got this prospect coming next season who had a quintuple double. Yeah, what's that? What's her name? What's her name? Please, James. P. Shaw don't think anybody on UCLA is cooking 30 minutes a game. Some teams too loaded. Best doesn't get a
Yeah.
recognition. They've been number one since week 3 or something.
I mean,
I
I
think
don't
there's
know.
plenty of places to talk about UCLA.
I
Um,
think Betts
I,
is getting
this
it here
this
on the
isn't
West
really a
Coast.
UCLA channel, so I don't I
Yeah,
don't do
we
a lot
talk
of talking
about
about
her. Maybe not
in
like
the
you
flood.
said.
What's going
Yes.
on in the flood? What's going on in basketball? But I don't. I'm yeah. I'm not here to put any extra coverage on her. I'm not a big fan. They're doing well, but I'm not a big fan. I think her sister's a better player than her, so I don't do a lot of talking about bets here. But I'm sure there are plenty of channels that do talk about bets. Kyron Reynolds, thank you. Good morning, FM. What's good? What's good? But yeah, Jude, I know you're a UCLA fan. You could speak to that, but yeah, I don't see an increase in bets conversation on this channel on this platform.
Well, since we kind of cover all the teams here on Check Ball We Up, right? I guess what I do know, being on the West Coast, is that we're well aware of bets and what I do pay attention to, because I have to, because she's in my conference, my team's conference. Um, she's actually, her name has been brought up more in the Player of the Year discussion, and
Yeah,
she gets covered. Yeah, she gets coverage on our local news. Um, and because I was thinking about UCLA, and I was thinking like, who's their leader, or who is the one that they give credit to to the recent success and their impact, and it is Lauren Betts, and it is Betts, and it is the one that they um, go to with the mic to the mic with,
and you say you're talking about her draft stock.
and
She's not even coming out this year, right? She's gonna play next year with her
yeah,
sister.
she's not coming out.
She's not
Yeah,
even in the draft
she
this
has
year, so
not declared
I'm really not clear what you
anything.
mean now.
Yeah,
So
she has not declared. And then like Sessa said, one thing Sessa has heard is that she wants to stay to play with her sister. So yeah, she hasn't been discussed in the discussion of draft stock.
yeah, I'm
But
sure if she declares, then they'll start to talk about her. But last we knew she was staying to play with her sister, so I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a toss up if she's entering this year, so probably why draft talk isn't up. Good
right.
morning. What's up, AB? I'm in Virginia. I've seen Lauren Betts commercials. I've never seen any Gamecocks in the commercial. FM don't start. Yeah, she hasn't decided yet. So then, what are we talking about? Okay, yeah, that's okay. Um, that was awkward. I'm not sure what we would start a conversation about her draft stock for if she hasn't declared. But I'm sure conversation will start around that if she declares. Uh, Jude, you said you saw an update about Kiyomi. What did you see? What did you
Oh, it
see,
was nothing.
Kiyomi?
It was just like I opened up Instagram this morning, and she was her page had her like post. It was just like back to normal. It was like one of those kind of posts that you have created back for your team. I'm trying to find it real quick. Where it had her. What came up 2 hours ago was photo of her. You know, typical like beginning of the season um, post about her, where she's from. Then it says, "Why did you pick Rutgers? And what is your favorite thing to do in New Jersey?" And then just has her statement and what she said. She picked Rutgers because I believe it was the right place fit for me. And then, what's your favorite thing to do in Jersey? She likes to go to the parks with her family and her friends, and that was it. And it was just a photo. Uh, and I'm trying to see if she has another one. And that one was way down. She was on. Nah, nothing else new. And I'm gonna push her. I'm gonna push to see the storyline. It's Team Kiyomi 32 always though, and then that's it.
Okay.
She's got 85,000 followers. Nothing.
So
Nothing really like nothing really.
I did find it interesting. I didn't realize that her advisor is Leonard Ellerby.
Yeah,
So Leonard Ellerby is, I don't know if
he's
you
going
remember
off.
that he is associated with the money team, Floyd Mayweather. He was Floyd Mayweather's
Hmm.
manager.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
you said he was going off. What was he saying?
Well, what I caught real quick was he just felt that he voiced his opinion that he felt like that was a wrong move and you could affect this kid's future. So obviously he voiced his opinion and that he didn't agree with what the decision that the coach made. So if that's her advisor and he's feeding right into how her emotions and what she's feeling, and although he may he may not agree with it unless there's something more that we don't know, um, and he's focusing on how it's affecting her future. How do you advise her moving forward? Was it good advice? Excuse me. Excuse me. Was it a what a good was good advice and of your opinion that how she went on internet and made a statement that was unnecessary was I mean as an advisor how do you advise? Did you advise that? Do you agree with that? How are you advising her moving forward? You know,
Mm.
I mean, is that the right advisor?
Yeah, I mean, I guess she'll decide that for like whatever her brand is.
Right.
Um,
I mean,
I
I
saw that he
understand
said,
being like cocky and certain to a certain extent, confident. There's difference between confident and cocky, right? I understand that, but the majority of advice in the comments was like, "Nah, baby girl, that's not the way to go." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't. That's I don't know. I didn't see too many people that felt like that was a move for her, a direction that she should have went in.
well,
Whereas I see,
my thing is, I think I saw him say something like he thought the situation should have been handled entirely differently, and that it should have been handled in house.
uh-huh,
But it was in house until we got a post. Like
until we got a post.
it was in house until we got the post. Like what
Yeah,
would have happened would have been she would have not played. They would have asked the coach,
right.
and the coach would have had to address it. And we didn't get a
Yeah,
chance to see what that would have looked like.
yeah,
Because we got a post that let us know she before before the game even started that she wasn't gonna play. So
yeah.
um
Hey, Sess, and you remember last year around this time, what were we going through? It left it to our imaginations. It did leave to a speculation. It left a bad taste. People created their narratives about why Angel wasn't playing. Right? You remember that
mhm, sure.
Angel had to go through that, right? But innocently enough, it wasn't really to Angel's. It wasn't necessarily. We find out later through Angel's mouth a disciplinary thing. If you would have just left it alone, we might not have never unless you followed it really really closely because you did do a story or talked about the story of how she reacted in that Maryland game, and we saw this uh this behavior that was concerning, right? I would have just
This is
took it
what
as
people report. This is what people reported on the internet. When I went back and watched the Maryland game from
uh
the
huh,
the angles that I was
uh
able
huh,
to see, like I said, I saw
yeah,
the incident with the referee. I saw some talking with the coach. I didn't necessarily see yelling at the team.
right,
But again, you only get to see so many angles
angles, yeah,
and narratives, right? So this is from people
yeah,
supposedly that were in the facility watching the game. So um
yeah,
there's that. But I don't know. I see you saying so she's not listening to her advisor. I don't know. I don't know if he thought her statement was incorrect and that should have been handled in house, or if Coquise and them should have been handled. It should have been handled in house. I know that he said this was embarrassing for the program, um, but I don't know if I'm the program that I'm embarrassed. like it's unfortunate that it went this way, but at the same time, the program is the program, and the standard is the standard at every program, and so it was in house until it wasn't in house. And normally, if it's a coach's decision for a player not to play, they don't play. If the pressure you ask what happened, and the coach either says what happened, or they say we'll keep it in house, and you can expect to see Kiyomi back in practice on Tuesday or however that works,
Yeah,
right? But we
yeah.
didn't get a chance to see that roll out because
You didn't get to see it
we had
play
this
out.
social
I
media
wouldn't have thought.
announcement.
I wouldn't have. I mean, yes, yes, yes. The tickets were sold. We wanted to see because they sure brought it up in the USC presser. They even had said asked
They did.
Juju what she
They
thought
did.
about it, and they put her on the spot, and she's like,
They
"Well,
did.
I think she's a good player." And I mean, what am I else supposed to say? I mean, she's not going to be rude, but she was like, "Yeah, she always looks forward to playing." She understood that Kiyomi, this could greatly affect Kiyomi's chance at freshman of the year. Yes, I do. We all want to. We all let's put it out there. We all want to see a show. We all want to see,
It ain't
how
for
she
us to
looks.
understand that though, Jew.
Against her. I
Kiyomi
mean,
needs
that's
to,
what people
Kiyomi
came to
needs to
see.
understand. You know what I'm saying? Kiyomi needs to
Juju wanted to
understand.
compete against her. Yes, she did.
And Kiyomi wanted to compete against her, but Kiyomi
And
has
that
to
because
understand that
that's hoops. Yeah, yeah.
but
But
you gotta be you gotta be a professional about this now.
you
You gotta
gotta be
be you
you
gotta you
says
gotta take care of business.
say it. You say it.
You gotta be a professional.
You
So I
gotta
don't know. Some people said that she had
you
that
got
that
to.
there was an
But look,
altercation, a physical altercation. Some people said it was verbal and attitudinal, but whatever it was a second. It
uh,
was at least the second incident that we know about in the
but
first
it was in the
15 games
locker
of a
room,
freshman
right?
career.
But it happened in the locker room, right?
And I'm okay with the fight in the locker room. Fights happen.
It's in the
I'm
locker
okay.
room,
Even
right? The
I'm even
altercation.
okay with the passion on the court.
I
Passion
wouldn't.
happens. You can
I wouldn't
you
even
can
have
you
known that.
there's coaching opportunities. Where it went left for me was the post, the post, the post, the post. So that's where it went left to me. The social
And
media
so
post threw it all out of whack.
and to her fans, and probably in her mind, um, not only did they get deprived of not seeing her, and seeing the action, I bet you it feels to them like, see now, Coquise, you got the worst, you got the worst loss in history because I didn't play. Could you imagine how that feeds her ego though? Because I wasn't on the court. You got the worst
If that
loss
and
in
if
history.
that's the and if that's the mental approach that you take to it, then that's the problem. Because
And
Coquise didn't
that's
just
right,
wake up and say,
right,
you know what,
right. I want yes.
this kid that I decided to take a chance on and bring here and pour into and build my program around. You know what? Today I'm just gonna not let her play. I'm gonna not have her play just because for no reason.
Right,
Do y'all think that's what Coquise woke up and did? I don't mind
right,
most players. I don't mind most players having most star players having attitudes. It's how you carry that out. You don't see most star
right.
players throwing their coaches under the bus on social media. So my problem with this is,
Oof.
yeah, you know what? I want to lose by 40 tonight. Is first you look at you. You're not playing tonight because of why. And if you want to say Coquise decided because of the coach's decision, then finish that because of whatever it was that took place for for for
Mm-hmm.
for for why the coach decided that. Don't just put it out there
Mm-hmm.
like the coach just was like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna sit Kiyomi today just to sit Kiyomi. After we just saw you get benched in the other game, you didn't even go back in. And some people
Why did
say
she
that you
get
was asked
benched
to
on
go
the
back
other
in.
game? Do you know
Some
what
people
happened?
say that I didn't see it
Yeah.
on the game. People said that she was asked to go back in and she said no. And so there's a discipline, there's a standard that comes with that after that.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is on Kiyomi and the coach. Part of coaching is managing attitudes of star players. Should have kept it off socials, but coach couldn't give Kiyomi 10 minutes versus Juju. No, she didn't earn it. See, and that's the thing. This is the thing. People giving people stuff that they don't earn. You had already been suspended for not showing up at practice for this team. Like I said, we're not 15 games into. It's not. So what if it's a huge game? Kiyomi knew that. She knew that, and it wasn't. This ain't the first time that that Coquise has had to speak to Kiyomi because, like I said, she's been suspended. So no, that's the problem. But feeding into entitlement. No, she didn't earn the right to play. She didn't show up and do everything that is required of a Rutgers basketball player to be able to be on the floor. All the other 11 players on the team had to do that. No, I'm not giving you anything. No, no. And that's the problem. Stop giving people shit they don't earn. Your job ain't gonna just give you some extra bucks if you don't do what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to show up and deliver. And when you show up as the face of the program and you show up as the Jordan Brand player in the program, you have an even bigger responsibility to show up and be 100% on your business. Period. No, the timing is crazy because Kiyomi knew that the game was coming up. She didn't have this game circled since she got the schedule. So she also had a responsibility.
And she thought she can corner Coquise into doing things her way. When I turned on the game, I just turned on the first 5 or 10 minutes of the Maryland game, and Kiyomi was home. I understand that's her hometown, and she was shooting them out of the game. She was just pulling just shots that had no rhythm to it, and I was like, oh shoot! Now she would probably do that come time to play with Juju. You got to let the game come to you. It's gonna come to you. You're a great shooter. You can pop it off, but I didn't feel any rhythm, with her team. You know what I'm saying? There's a chance that she might get out there and start just chucking stuff when she had pretty somewhat capable players on that team. I think at least Lacey and Adams could help her, get off. And usually when players go home, your team knows that you're home and they want to get you the ball so you can shine. They recognize that, but she has the ball in her hand, what the majority of the time because she's the point. So it could have just got out of hand um, if she played Juju.
It's about
Even her
responsibility. It's
ego.
about responsibility and accountability. Period.
I mean,
Being
number one,
responsible and
number
accountable.
one, she did. The timing was suspect because of that, because of whatever was going on, whatever was happening, whatever went down, whatever I don't know. That's on her, and it happened. It just happened to happen when she played in her hometown, and then she's coming in to play the number 4 team in the nation. So all of those things just was a recipe for disaster for her.
It's unfortunate, but that's what happens in life. It don't always go your way in life, and you have to know how you respond in those moments. Period.
I mean, I mean, look, you know, he's like, oh, this could affect her. Yeah, it could affect her accolade. It could, but it could, as far as her
Hmm.
future. I mean, we could be very forgiving. Listen, Brittany Griner, like they used to like claw and climb all over that kid. And I remember one time I was like, one of my friends was so excited about Brittany Griner at Baylor, and so we started watching, and then one day I was just like, man, that kid is gonna turn around and knock somebody out. You could feel it like it was just brewing, and sometimes Kim was protecting her and would take her out of the game, right? When it was just the hack of shot. One day, says Brittany turned around and knocked this girl damn near cold out, and I was like, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. And some things coaches can they do for you are actually protecting you from you, and not necessarily maybe because things are even your fault, you know. But so you have to like hopefully trust the coach's decisions when they do certain things, because in the long run, if you really truly believe in that coach and that coach doesn't have a reputation of anything that's ill or negative, you should trust your coach to that degree that sometimes they are looking out for you in the best interest, for a while. But yeah, Brittany's had that thing for a long time. But later on, Brittany goes on to win championships, and she gets over and to her rookie year, she starts having a great career, and then that same behavior of her temper starts to show up because maybe it wasn't dealt with properly way back when we noticed it, and it's followed her to this day, to where she's damn near fighting I mean, she went after her whole team before I seen Chase down. You know, she had the situation with her wife. Then she got a situation with Rakia just last year. So if you don't deal with whatever is happening with Kiyomi now, it's gonna follow her. She may not even get to where she's supposed to be in the future, whatever this might be. So it's better to deal with it now, but it doesn't necessarily have to put a halt or a damper on, because her talent is going to outweigh it all. She can probably get to the dub and get to where she wants to go, but how she
Nobody's saying
gets
this
there.
kid's not going to the dub.
Yeah, but I was
How
reading
she
the
gets there?
comments on Twitter, and that's what that was about. Like, you're affecting her
Nobody said
future.
nobody saying this kid's not going
Nobody's
to the
gonna
dub.
want her now. Nobody's gonna take her. I mean, it was crazy. Like, and then some people were like, "Oh, a lot of people would take her. She should get in the portal now." I mean, I was just like, "Wow, you guys really know the future, huh?" Like,
Here's the thing, and like as I said, I don't know what happened. I don't even care what happened. Fight, passion, not listen to whatever it was. It didn't have. We didn't have to know about it from the
no, we
post.
didn't.
My issue is the post. My issue is the post because whatever happened, whatever happened when the decision was made, you take the decision and move on. If a statement was going to be made, then we make that statement to the Rutgers family. We make that statement to the Rutgers fans. We make that statement as a group. If I'm a brand and I feel like I need to make a statement for my fans that have bought tickets to come and see me play, then we
Right.
partner and we see how do we make this statement. Not I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go out here and throw the coach under the bus. Period. That changes the situation for me. Period. Whatever else happened, whatever else happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Kennedy Carter Alexis Morris situation is.
Well,
I
I
don't.
was
I don't
thinking
know.
of the same thing as Uncle Je. I did when I thought of her. I thought of those two.
I don't know that. I don't know that. That like it's that is it that far? And I think my point is if you address it right now, then you don't get into them situations. All right, like
Right.
this is
Exactly.
this is why you're addressing it right now, and
Right.
this is the opportunity where now okay you looked at it like a punishment, yeah, and you missed a very big game, but let's not miss any more of the other big of the bigger games that are coming in your future, and this is the corrective action right now, and yes, that's a big price. Seem like a big price to pay right now, but it's not so it won't be so big of a price if the rest of your career is successful, but
It's something hopefully we can put
it's
behind
mentorship
us
and
and
it's
let's
coaching.
forget about this. Like, let's move on.
Well,
Let's let it
we
move
could have
on.
moved on, but then you continue to post and like and repost and
Yeah,
retweet.
I heard y'all say
Now that part right there is like, okay,
that
now,
kind of threw me
okay,
off right there, Sess. I was like, who? And then I heard you guys were saying that somebody said that somebody hacked their account. I'm like, what? What do you mean her teammate? What do you mean? Like, shut the count down then. You watching your socials? Don't act like you're
here's
not.
the thing.
I don't know how
So
to shut it down if somebody watching it.
the person managing her account posted what,
Right.
and then what I heard was that it was her father that's helping her manage her account.
Mhm.
Is that correct too?
I think so. I think you're right. I think that I don't know that it's actually her uh
So then
controlling it.
you know how you deal with that. You pop up on the camera and go, "Hey y'all, my bad.
Hey,
Didn't
hey,
mean to have that
hey.
post go out. Hey y'all,
Yes.
my bad. Won't happen again.
Right.
My people posted that
Right.
and it won't happen again. We don't continue to see stuff coming out of this account
Right.
after a post went out that people had a bad response to. Then
Right.
then Ellerby and everybody's response for me is like if their response is oh it should have been happening it should have been taken care of in house and this is embarrassing for the program. All y'all had to come out and say was hey the post shouldn't come out. We took care of that. We made a change in our social media team. Our apologies and you move forward. That's what grown-ups do.
Yes.
So now, after all of these
Yes.
posts that came out, now it's oh, it wasn't me. It was sometimes them. Sometimes I post. Sometimes
Now
they
it's looking
post. I don't
crazy.
know who posts. Now the whole brand look crazy. Now it look like nobody's in
Yeah,
charge.
yes. 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 Yes.
the
But the
post
crazy
about
part
her
is we
not
had
playing,
they
and it
had.
was the coach decision. The person that managed it posted that post. Okay, so then after that person posted that and they got fired, why did the rest of the posts come out? All of the likes and the tweets and I like the transfer portal post, and then they needed me. Why did the likes and them go up? That was still that person mismanaging her account and her brand. That how why? I don't know. You got to make it make sense for me. You messed up on Sunday, and then you're continuing to mess up on Monday. That really make the brand look crazy. She meant what she said, and she continued to post stuff that insinuated we all wrong for our reaction. College athletes basically child stars. It's too much pressure. These schools need to step up the support for body and mind. But you also you making this money. You have to also know as a person to protect your own mentals, your own physical, and your own chicken. You got your NIL money. See a therapist. Get the support around you. You don't have to just depend on the school. You're a brand now. You get the check. Jordan paying you. If it's rough on you, get some help. Her dad coming in to play clean up. Not gonna lie, Kim, you only 18. Yeah, listen, I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem with Kiyomi being 18. I don't have no problem with Kiyomi being a kid. This is why I said I don't want Kiyomi to leave Rutgers. I want
Mhm.
Kiyomi to stay and get the mentorship and the support and all of the coaching that Coach Key saw that she wanted to pour into her and have a
Mhm.
program built around her like she did when they sat down and decided that she would go there.
Mhm.
I want all of those things to happen for her, but I want her to learn this lesson in this moment right now. And it's not by giving her 10 minutes against Juju. It's not by looking the other way when stuff like this happens.
Mhm.
It's about addressing
Mhm.
it and making her stand up and be a professional in the brand that she's supposed to be and that she want to be.
Yeah, because the first thing I would
Yeah,
have thought of was
you
chalk
chalk
it
it up
up
to
to her
immaturity.
immaturity.
But
That's what I would
immaturity
have
still
done.
has consequences. Immaturity still has consequences. And we have been
Yeah.
seeing immaturity. We've been seeing immaturity since the beginning of the season. Hence the suspension. That was because of immaturity. Missing
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
Getting benched the last game. Playing out of control. We've seen the immaturity. And so this was the end of the immaturity. This was enough of the immaturity. This was,
Mhm.
hey, we nipping this in the bud now. Because nothing else worked. Sit down right now.
Mhm. You know where
These
your
these
team
these
is.
kids use it. Listen.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna act like Kiyomi McMiller is not a Jordan Brand athlete. She's been a Jordan Brand athlete since high school. She knew what she was
Mhm.
signing up for. This is a business. You don't have to be in this
Mhm.
business if you don't want to be in this business. Yes, schools are using these kids as cash cows. You don't have to train to be a cash cow if you don't want to. You can go to school and be a computer engineer. You can be a nurse. You can be a doctor. You can go be anything else. Nobody is making you. But when you sign up to
Mhm.
play this game, you don't get to pick what parts of this motherfucker you play. If you're gonna play the game, you play 100% of it or you get out the game. Now I don't want to hear nothing
Mhm.
about they making millions off of them because they in here to get the millions that come back to them. So play the
Yeah.
game or don't. Nobody is making you.
Right.
Nope, nobody said Kiyomi, you gotta come. But if you come, you have to play by the rules in the game that you signed up for, or don't get in the game. That's the hard true facts about it. Nobody made her. She wanted to be a ball player. She signed up for this. With a brand keeper, if this behavior continues, the brand should help her grow from this behavior. The brand should put the mentorship around her.
Mhm.
She kept getting disciplined. I would have stopped doing anything that would get me in trouble after getting sat down that one game. I got sat down at the crib. That should have been enough. There was still something that happened after that where I'm still talking to you. I'm not finna keep talking to you. How many
But you
times did
said
I
that.
keep talking to
Okay,
you
this is where I'm
at your job or
confused.
wherever?
I'm confused. You said she got. I'm hearing that she's pulled bench, but asked to go
Hmm.
back in. How is that bench? Bench is like you don't go back
Because
in for
what
no
what I
time.
was told was when she was asked to go back in, she said no, and so then it was like, well, you're not going back in.
Got it. Okay.
This is what I was told.
Okay. Gotcha. And I was like,
If her
that's
she ain't got nothing to do but she in school. She ain't got nothing to do but go to practice and go to class. This is what you're here for, to go to practice and go to class.
Or you can go overseas and wait till you're
The
22.
coach, the coaches continue. The coaches has been dealing with the immaturity. I'm not mad at all, Bree Wayne. I'm standing on the truth of it all.
I mean,
I'm
it
standing on the truth
sucks.
of it all. It ain't no.
It's
I don't want to hear nothing
it's.
about they making millions off these kids. These kids know what they sign up for.
Mm-hmm.
Kiyomi needs a mentor. I agree. Her then her and her advisor sided against the coach. That's something that her and her team will have to look at. And maybe they decided that that's not the coach for her. Go somewhere else. What they said, she had a top 25. Pick another one. But these type of situations don't get you high on people's list in the transfer portal. That's for sure. Ain't no coach signing up to be threw up under the bus. But y'all
Or to
tell me
be
how many times y'all can post about y'all job and places just playing y'all and
right,
still expect to keep getting a check.
right.
Everybody that got a job is a cash cow for somebody. Let's talk about it for real today. I didn't see a public apology yet, Bree Wayne. I just got up.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna see if anything's trending. Swipe through on
Morning,
on
Miracle
Twitter.
Rider. What's good? Luay, what's good? You said so they finally apologized? Where you see that Luay posted for me?
Where's that at?
I'm asking Luay. She was constantly late, not showing up in the right gear to work out. Even her high school coach got on Flau'jae case.
Huh?
I know her teammates looking at her sideways. I'd be too embarrassed to even walk into the locker room. No, you can't be embarrassed to walk in that locker room. You got to walk in that locker room and say, "Hey, I messed up. I messed up. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm gonna be better." All of y'all had a chance to be a freshman. All of y'all done
Yeah,
had some mistakes that y'all done made.
yeah.
Now, if we really the family that we supposed to be, if we really teammates that we supposed to be, hey man,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you messed up. If you do it again, I'm gonna bust you in your chest. Come on in here. You still mine. I still
Let
love
me
you.
tell you.
Group hug and you move on. That's what teams and families do.
Let me
But she
tell you.
can't walk in there and still be like it's somebody
Mm,
else's fault. She gotta own it.
Everybody, everybody, especially freshmen, have had disciplinary action. I'll tell you. I'll tell you real quick. In the early 2000, and Ebony Hoffman was on this team. Ebony, coach, USC had the number one freshman team in the nation. My best friend, one of my good friends, she's on it. Jessica Teets, Aisha Hollins, Ebony Hoffman, Portia Mitchell, all of them. So so uh, she had the freshman. It was it a away game? I can't remember you guys if it was a away game or a home game. They had the nerve to oversleep the freshmen. All four of them are starters. And this coach was playing her former team, University of Washington Huskies. She damn sure did sit them down the whole first quarter, and they had to play catch up the whole time just to save that coach's embarrassment. And not only were they trying to play catch up the whole time, that game went into triple overtime, just because they were trying their damnedest not to lose this game. On top of doing what they did, because it was a total embarrassment for that coach. One, because they were supposed to win the game. Two, because that's her former team. Three, it's on TV. It was a lot going on in that whole moment. But that coach had to make a coaching decision, and she lucky they didn't. She could not sit them like bench them for the whole game. She had to do something. I I'll use myself, and it wasn't even my fault. During the break, my freshman year, the campus dorms I was in, I didn't really know the players that well. I didn't. There's no cell phones, and the apartment that I was staying in didn't have that my friend let me stay in was far from the campus, and I didn't know the busing system out there. I'm not from Northridge. There was no phone and in there. It was disconnected. I had no. Even if I wanted to call, I couldn't. I got up early, early, early. Now we were having a home game, so you have to have your shoot around and you go to lunch, and then you before your game. So I got there. They had just got on the bus. I missed. What did they say? They said I missed because I talked to the manager when I got there, and I was waiting on the bus system, waiting on the bus system. I got on the bus. I finally got there. They had just finished their shoot around and they left. I was 18 years old. Never, you know, just shy. Didn't really know how to tell the coach. So I told them what happened. I was, you missed the bus. What do you mean you did? And it's like she went a little bit too hard on me, but the assistant coach understood when I told her what happened. And but she said, okay, you're gonna have to. There has to be some kind of consequence. I wasn't starting because she already had freshmen recruited that started. I was a walk on, but I was a six man. So don't worry, we'll get you in. I was supposed to just even my teammates was like, you need to go in now. We need to go in. I was averaging 8 points, and so she was like, that whole time I was just sitting on the bench, sitting on the bench. I was like, what the fuck? She said I was gonna go in. She didn't put me in. Halftime comes. She didn't put me in. It was like, and I mean later she did apologize for that, but not for what. But she still held me accountable for that happening. But then they talked to me and then realized, okay, you need to get numbers, and we're gonna do this for you, and so on and so forth. But we lost by the 8 points, the average, and to this D1 team, and it was crazy, y'all. But consequences are consequences, and like you miss if I just
Y'all
missed a
finna
shoot
stop.
around at a home game, I could imagine what I don't know what practice or why she missed practice. I never missed a practice in college. Never. For what?
Uncle
I mean,
Jay,
unless
miss
it
me.
was excused. How do you just not show up?
Right. And Uncle Jay missed me with the coach's decision affects these big brands. Her actions. Her
Her
actions. The coach's
actions.
decision. The coach's decisions is a direct reflection of her of Kiyomi's actions. Kiyomi is responsible for not playing, not the coach. She put the coach in a position to have to make that decision. Miss me with the coach's decision affect these big brands' money. These big brands gonna make their money regardless. 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 Now, will she continue to
Yeah.
make money with these big brands? Is the question. Michael
You gotta
Jordan,
wear
Jordan
whatever
brand,
they
Jordan
say to
brand ain't lose.
wear.
Jordan brand ain't lose no money from Kiyomi not playing. Yes, the other day. Now, did Kiyomi lose some money? Did Kiyomi lose some opportunities? Potentially so.
Yeah.
But you know why she
She
did?
yes.
Because of
Yeah.
Kiyomi, not because of Coquise. Coquise done went to her classes. She done went to her practice. She's showing up and doing her job now. This don't have the coach's decision. That's lame. That's lame. This is about Kiyomi. When do Rutgers play
Yeah.
again? We have no idea what kind of consequences this coach is implementing. We'll see. It's not fun, but it ain't our business. It's the team's business. That's the whole point of this whole thing. It ain't our business. We see who shows up. Chloe Kitts set out this year. Set out this year. Why? Chloe Kitts is known as an A student. She set out this year because of academic reasons. Did Chloe make a tweet? Did Chloe address it? Chloe ain't said nothing. Chloe sat her ass on that bench, clapped, grinned, went to practice, came to the next game, ain't
Mhm.
addressed, ain't even addressed it. Kept playing
Mhm.
basketball. Whatever that was that she needed to do,
Mhm.
she had to correct it with her coach.
Yeah. Yeah. Sess, and they got a big. They got a game tomorrow, 5 o'clock, against a 15-1 Minnesota.
Yeah, Chloe's dad said we'll be better. Yeah,
Yeah, that's about it. We'll be better. That's all. That's really all you can say.
you ain't here time out, Yolanda. Come on. Yeah, we'll be better. That's all you can say when you fuck up. Man, you know what? That's my bad. I'd be better. I ain't even know. I know now. I'd be better. That's all you gotta say. It ain't nothing else to say, but show up and be better.
Yeah. I mean, stuff
We don't
stuff
need no
happens.
post.
Stuff
We don't need
happens.
nothing.
I stuff happens your freshman year,
Everybody understands some. Everybody understands
especially
18-year
when
olds
you're a
make
freshman.
mistakes. Everybody understand that.
Yeah,
How you show up and respond to that is what people are looking at. Period. Period. So yeah, I didn't even come up here to talk about her for the whole hour. I thought she was over with. I don't man.
I mean, I still think it's trending a little bit, and it's still leaving a. I still catch little things when I scroll that this that it just left a taste in their mouth more so than USC's mouth. But I get the whole thing, I really do. But I think that was just a turning point. That if she what I mean, if she allowed her to play after all that, what message are you saying to the other girls, the other players? You feel me? Like you can never do that, guys. You can't. No, there's no one player bigger than a team. I seen it. I mean, like I told you, Candace Parker was even benched for what she wasn't. She didn't make curfew. You don't make curfew. You don't do certain things. There's consequences to it, and there's no one bigger than the team. It does. I don't.
Somebody
Who you
eh,
are. It just doesn't
I
work
don't know
like
about
that.
I don't know about in college, but I know in high school you get it. They tell you what you better not do as a player on this team.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
coach lets you know what you better not do. They real transparent about the rules is to be on the team. You miss practice. This happened. This happened. It's real clear.
Yeah.
It's real clear.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you're on time.
she
If
didn't
you're
test.
on time, you're late. You're on
Yeah,
time, you're
it's not.
late.
It's no surprise to her. She know what it was. She was benched against USC because she refused to go back in the Maryland game. No, I don't know that that's it. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
even
know.
care.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
even
know.
care. My issue is with the post. My issue is with the post. My
Hmm.
issue is with the post and throwing the coach up under the bus. I don't even
Yeah,
care what happened.
we're not
You had a
trying to
fight. Who cares?
speculate. People
You missed
people
practice. Who cares? My issue is with is with the post.
that's it.
And no, coach never
And
said what exactly happened, and the coach
she
never
never
will.
said.
And she didn't. And that's my whole point. We wouldn't even be having this conversation if the post didn't come out and she didn't continue to post on social media. That's my whole point. Anytime, any other time a player is disciplined and they miss a game, when the coach sit down, that's who's on the hot seat for it. Hey, so and so didn't play today. Tell me why. And they'll either tell you or they'll do like Kim Mulkey and say, and we'll keep that internal. Next question, because it ain't nobody business but the teams. But when you make a post, you make it everybody else's business. You cause this speculation. You got people having these conversations. All of this stuff happens. Didn't have to be here. No post had to come out. And then the way the post came out, it wasn't a post to the Rutgers fans. It wasn't a post. It wasn't a post taking ownership. It was a post to her fans and throwing the coach under the bus.
Yeah.
Bad look all the way around. It was no reason.
Just let the
And
ca-
then
let the coach handle his
after
thing.
she got
Yeah.
through under the bus, and this is how I know Coquise, it don't seem like Coquise is gonna throw the young lady away.
Hmm.
Even after she got thrown under the bus, and they said, "Hey, what happened?" She still said, "I like to keep that internal, and this is my ministry, and I would never use this opportunity to do anything but pour into kids and and help them be the very best that they could be."
Yeah.
Still left it at that. So
Yeah.
to me, I'm still trying to understand what did she do wrong? Because it's her team, and it wasn't nobody business.
Don't know.
That was team business.
I wouldn't even I wouldn't even have thought ill of her. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have thought ill of the player. Otherwise, if the coach said that, like, because I don't even know that could mean coach's decision could mean a lot of things. Yes, I guess it was a big. I didn't realize it was such a big thing until as it got closer that and closer to the day that it was a really big event for UC to come to town and those two to go at each other. Then I looked at her stats and I looked at Juice's stat. I was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, yeah, that'll be fun or what have you. But God, dog, it just I don't know. It's just disappointing for her. But hey, move on. Move on. You're probably gonna play. You get a chance to play the number one team in the country. You get to play UCLA. Have a moment then. That's even greater. You could this could be a comeback story. Just like let it go. Like you still got time.
All this crashing out because she wanted to play Juju. She probably thinks she's on that level. She's
See,
trying to get to that level. She's trying to get to that level. She's trying to get to that level. She definitely wanted to see
yeah,
what it was
yeah,
like, mano a mano on the stage.
yeah, yeah.
She definitely want to see. You said she is. We don't know. We didn't see. And I'm being
Oh,
honest. I'm being honest. We getting ready to watch. And this is when I'll tell you if she is or not, Uncle Je. So I saw. So since they didn't play against each other, I'll only be able to measure it based on them playing against somebody in common. I just saw her play Cheyenne Sellers. Juju gonna play Sellers too. We gonna see. We gonna see if their games look the same. If their games look the same, uh, then we'll see.
Cheyenne Sellers
Oh, you
cooked her.
saying? Oh, you saying she? Oh, you laughing at she? Oh, you saying she is? You laughing at she
Like
is?
a
Bree Wayne's
question, like
statement. I got you.
question. Yeah, question.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we don't know, but we didn't get to see it. But we could base it on what we see as sellers. So
Well, I mean, she might have cooked her though, Bree, but d- Kiyomi's not known for her defense at all. So how was her offense against Sellers? I'd be curious to know that.
hold on, let me get the numbers. I'm looking, Joe. I'm looking up.
Okay.
What day was that? I don't remember.
January s- uh second, I think
I
it
found it.
was.
It was the second. It was the second. Okay, so well, this probably ain't a good game. This isn't because remember she sat down this game.
Oh, she had.
So
Yeah, but
she
yeah,
sat down this
looking
game.
at the numbers, we can't really
What? No,
tell.
she played 24 minutes. She had 24 minutes. She had
That's pretty good
14. She
minutes.
was 4 of 13. Uh, Sellers played
Damn.
31. She had 22. 8 rebounds, 3 assists.
Oh, she saved it from herself. That was an off night.
Nah,
Four
but no.
13, 3 of
So
9.
yeah, she had.
It was
Well,
an
and
off
then she had
night.
7 turnovers. She had 7 turnovers that game.
Oh, see,
That
she
was
was
what. That was the
protecting
other
her
thing.
by
That was the
bringing her
other thing
out
that happened.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
got buzzed.
rushing.
Kiyomi
Yeah,
McMiller is a walking bucket. Kiyomi McMiller is the first player signed
there.
to the Jordan brand. She's got more than buzz. She's a brand.
Sellers had 22. And how many minutes did she play?
The game was one of the biggest ones. One of
31.
the biggest ones on TV that day. It was set up to be the game of the day.
I mean, look, shoot. Even though she only played 24 with 7 turnovers, it was 61-78. That wasn't Maryland didn't blow them out. Looked like they was trying to get down a little bit with Maryland. What is Smeckles? Oh, Smeckles used to play for Rutgers, so that was
It was a get back game.
it was a
Remember,
get
Smeckel
back
got
game.
got suspended.
Oh
Got suspended
yeah.
from Rutgers.
Well, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She trying to keep order. She's trying to keep order in that
So,
locker
but
room.
but we had a loss at Virginia Tech. We had a loss at Princeton. We had a loss at Marquette. We had the loss at Wisconsin, and then we had 3 losses in a row. So we lost at Ohio State. We lost at Maryland, and then we had the loss at USC.
They lost to Wisconsin.
So don't do that, Jim. No, don't do that. Don't do that. They lost by 2. Don't do that.
Oh, okay, okay,
Don't do that.
okay.
Don't
By
do that.
two.
Yes, they lost at Wisconsin, and so I guess my thing was when everybody was like, "Yo, I can't believe the Coquise threw away the USC game," and this isn't a knock on Kiyomi, but Rutgers wasn't gonna beat USC, y'all. right? Like we know that, or were we thinking like, yo, Rutgers has a chance? I just want to know in the chat. I don't. Let me know. I don't. I don't know. Let me know.
I don't think it was about they had a. I hope it's not to think that they had a chance. I don't think it was about.
Some of the comments.
Uh,
Some of the comments. Some of the
like it.
comments that I read was
I
like,
think that they wouldn't
they
have
threw
they
this
wouldn't have
game
had the
away.
worst loss in history. I think that might have been the talk, huh? That they wouldn't have had the worst loss in history of the school. Maybe she could have prevented that because yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Same Marquette. UConn just blew out that Marquette. Yes. No chance. No chance. No chance. No chance. Um. Yeah. So the whole they needed me post was like,
to do what?
hmm,
To
you
not
wanted an
lose worse in
opportunity, and
history.
I respect the fact that you
Yeah,
wanted an opportunity. I respect that, and I love that competitor in you about that. But
yeah.
uh, no, Juju had like 23 and 14. Um,
She
yeah,
even
no.
had an off night too.
And so, but and it wasn't just you that took that loss. Everybody took that loss. The school took that loss. The program took that loss. The coach took that loss. The team took that loss. We all took that loss because of a consequence of some actions, and that's life. And if you ain't preparing kids for life, and you just letting them slide with shit, then they gonna want to slide out here on shit. That just ain't real life. I definitely didn't have Rutgers winning, but Kiyomi is like every other student athlete wants to be on the floor to compete. Then you gotta check them boxes.
I checked the
What they tell you
boxes.
you gotta do to be on the floor to compete. She damn sure wasn't gonna make up that 50-point differential. They still would have lost by 30. Yeah, I had the same argument yesterday. Also, that game would have been closer than that with her playing. That game didn't entice anyone to come to Rutgers program. You know what? It should have. It should have. It should have. Because what people should have saw is that a program that holds kids accountable, a program that holds your character and who you are as a person and how you show up more in a higher standard than making some money off of you. Because that coach didn't just decide to take a 50-point loss on her head. Dude, mad about Fu Wiley about what? I got that same energy about Fuwali. We handle Fuwali. Fuwali, they said Fuwali decided not to come back in the game. Fuwali set her ass on the bench for the rest of the game. Fuwali has been benched several times. Uncle J.E., we keep that same energy. Fuwali just got set down the other game for a mini tantrum on the floor. We keep that same energy. That's the goddamn standard around here. So what you mean by keep the same energy? And what about Fuwali? Check the records. Check the records on Fuwali. Fuwali done been set down several times, sir. Ma'am, I mean, Uncle J.E., yeah. Just please explain. Now, I'm here for all the Wiley talk. Remember North Carolina? Bitched. Remember how she came back in North Carolina on a tear? To help me understand.
Made her better.
I ain't heard nothing about Wiley missing no practice.
She don't make no
I ain't,
ugly
I ain't seen
posts.
I ain't seen Wiley putting out no bullshit ass text post. Yeah, yeah, sir.
Subliminal
Excuse me.
shit.
Yeah, I got you. Now answer my question. What about Wiley?
And for while he's still getting attention,
What about
still
Wiley?
being featured,
I'm waiting.
and will still be a top draft.
Yeah, we nip shit in the bud. We get right to it. Exactly. Remember? Yeah, she said at UCLA too. Who be bugging? You ain't seen me bug about a motherfucking thing, Uncle J.E. Again, be careful with your words. Who? Who? Because me and you talking right now, and you ain't seen me bug about nothing. I continue to say I trust Dawn in the process. Whatever Dawn did,
She did.
tell
You
me about the
did.
time I was bugging
You
about
did.
Fuwali sitting down. I'll
You
wait.
did. You trusted. You trusted coach. You trusted coach's decision. You did. You trust Don.
I'm waiting on you, Uncle J.E. She said Asia. She said Chloe. She just said Raven. We sit them all when they don't meet the goddamn standard. This is why it's until us. But I'm waiting on you, Uncle J.E. When was I bugging? It wasn't too early when you typed it. It wasn't too early when you type it. When you typed it, yeah. Don't generalize it. You at CESS Talk Sports. We talking, Uncle. So yeah, Uncle J.E. What you got about the tell me, Yolanda Hall? You are not in. You are not in timeout, Yolanda Hall. Why you?
Not in time.
You are not in timeout. Stop doing that. You are not in timeout.
Because we can see your post. We can see your
Oh, okay.
post.
Okay. I mean, if you think of the time, if you think of the time that I was bugging about something Don did, remind me. Remind me.
Oh,
Tiffy, you hear him? You hear him? We'll sit them all down. We'll give a damn and take a L. The standard is the standard.
standard is a standard. Like trust and believe that a good coach. I mean, shoot, that hurt. That hurt. That hurt. I mean, that's a stain on Coquise. She had to make a stand. Like somebody said, I saw another post. Oh, they're gonna have to make a decision between the coach and the player. What did I tell you when it came into the WNBA and stuff was going down with an investigation in Seattle, and it was looking like a decision. It was going to decision from our standpoint, limited standpoint. Oh, it's going to be a decision between Jewel and Noe. I was like, well, then it's probably going to be Jewel even because they're just not. In the NBA,
I
it may be
still can't.
different.
I'm still shocked
In
by
the
that one. I
NBA,
still was shocked by that one, Jew.
I know you was, but in the NBA, it might be the coach that goes. But I don't think the WNBA is up to that standard yet, where you know they're gonna choose the players over the coach. Because look at Elena Deladon. She didn't move no needles. She had to leave and sit out. Like I haven't seen yet. Even Candace. Candace couldn't move the needle, even get Derek Fisher out of there. Even though it was plain as day, we couldn't stand his. Yeah, but
I
she
hear you.
left. I haven't seen it yet where a player has
It,
in the dub. In the NBA, yes, but not in the W yet. It ain't. No, I didn't think that was gonna happen at all. No, no.
and Tiffy, I think you talking about the
Mm-mm.
athletic director and not the athletic coordinator. But if they gave the coach a talking to for not playing Kiyomi and blowing a primetime matchup, then Koki should think about leaving there because that program ain't
I
about
think.
that.
Yeah,
They about the
yeah,
cash cow
yeah,
kids and not about
yeah.
the growing up and making kids be the best grown
The
people they
tickets
can
were
be when they
already
leave.
sold.
They didn't lose
They
no money.
averaged. They didn't lose no money. They averaged 2,900. With USC coming to town, they had
They didn't lose no
7,900
money.
fans there. They didn't lose
They didn't
no
lose.
sleep, no
They didn't lose
money.
no money. They
The
because
show
see
went on.
once the tickets is sold, you don't get your money back.
It's
That's just
something
like
that's
in the
right.
NBA. If I buy a ticket to see the Lakers and the Warriors and Steph and LeBron sitting, too bad for me. Get a hot
Too
dog,
bad for
fool.
me. Sit down. It happened
Get
to
a hot
me.
dog, fool, and enjoy who's
Walk
out here.
right in, and
And
LeBron
enjoy who's out here.
went down,
They ain't lose no money.
twisted the ankle. I was like, I just got in the damn door when he first came to LA. I went to see him the first time,
They still made more money off of this game than they gonna make off any other game this season.
and the truth be told, not
Period.
that y'all care, but they was tripping off and talking about how many fans Juju had on the East Coast. So Kiyomi needs to chase the shadow of the the record that she set, or compare herself to the record. Yes, visually it's gonna be fun. I ain't gonna lie. Visually, it would be. I like that kind of stuff. And then we could say I
It
could.
would have been
Then I
fun.
could
It would have
compare.
been great
I would
TV. It
love
would have been way
to
more
see it.
entertaining. We hope it would have been way
Yeah,
more entertaining.
I hope it would have been. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, we'll have whatever. She'll come to LA next year. It's like home in and home away. So they'll come. I mean, just stay where you are. Come to LA. You'll be older. You'll be wise. You'll be more mature. And then let's go. It's gonna be fun. You gonna have celebrities there. We're gonna have you.
You
Kill me.
know what
Everybody,
else?
I promise, will
You
come
know
and
what
see you.
else?
I swear they will.
If
Chris
you all
Brown will
that,
come. If you all
if
that,
you
they
all
gonna
that,
come. Trust me.
if
They
you
gonna
if
come.
you all that, if you all that, bust your ass and I see you in the tournament. If you all that,
Oh, if you
if you all
okay,
that, you still got
okay,
another chance to see her this season.
you might. Yeah,
Get your
you might.
get your
Yeah,
shit together and come see her in the tournament. If you all that,
yeah,
if it's all that, if it's
yeah.
all that to you, put your
Bust
backpack
your
on,
ass, bust
pull
your
your
team,
big
get
girl drawers
in
up,
the tournament. Get it.
bust your ass, and
Start
get
with the
your
Big
ass.
Ten tournament. Get your team
Get to
to that.
exactly.
Start just start
That's the
there.
one I'm talking about. I'm not talking about March. I'm not.
Oh,
This is
okay, okay,
y'all in the
okay.
Big Ten.
In
Y'all
the
in
Big
the Big Ten.
Ten.
If it
Yeah.
mean that much to you, bust
Hell
your ass and
yeah.
see her in the Big Ten.
Hell yeah.
That's who y'all was. You was supposed to play her. Put your backpack
In the
on and
Big
go
Ten.
see
In
her.
the Big Ten. In the Big Ten. I'm saying. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Yeah, Big Ten. Big
That's what
Ten.
Sess meant. I thought I was thinking the other tournament, but yeah, Big Ten. I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
Juju like to the Elite Eight. Get to the no Juju. Big Ten tournament.
Okay.
Just
All
some
right.
place
All
in
right.
just the Big
I
Ten.
mean, I mean, if she's trying to say she's as good as her, then you have to do that, because Juju didn't really have no. We were ranked 21 when she got there as a freshman. If you want to compare yourself, take yourself, get ranked in the top 25, and just keep moving up. It can happen if you're her. It will happen. She said if she feels that like it was that important. What are you showing? Yeah, you got handles. Yeah, you got to. But look, at the end of the day, how much can you put that help your team put that ball through the hoop? That's what it's about. The showbiz is cool too, but be about business on the court. The razzle dazzle is razzle dazzle, but like have razzle dazzle and take your team further.
It's
Like it can't.
all is
It's
not
one
lost.
thing.
All is not lost.
Turn it
You still have
around.
a
Like the
chance.
season. What is
Big
the season
Ten.
just started? Like what?
Big Ten
Look,
tournament, baby.
I think USC had about 4, 5. What shit? We had like 4 losses in conference. You can turn your conference around and win it. Maybe I'm dreaming. I don't know. I don't know. But you don't know. I don't know. If you all that, I
Big
see
Ten
other
tournament, baby.
freshmen school. I see other freshmen
That's
scoring
what I
big
would have posted.
points.
I guess I had to see you at the Big Ten then.
I see you at the Big Ten. Hell yeah, yeah, yeah.
I guess I had to see
Yeah,
you at
say
the Big
that. Yeah,
Ten then.
say that. Say that.
And that would be
Yeah,
our
say
motto.
that.
Coming back in. I messed up. We didn't get to see her this time, but we'll see her at the Big Ten then. Let's go to
Yeah,
work.
pop your
All
collar and
in,
say that. Yeah,
all in. Whoa team.
yeah. Let's get her. Let's get him. Let's get him in the big. Hell yeah, that be your next big goal. Like you feel me? I mean, you about to play Minnesota. They 15-1. That's a
To
challenge
go
right there.
from the worst loss in school history to the Big Ten tournament championship
That would
against
be
USC.
so.
Go do it.
That would be so, like dope for them. Like something crazy like that. That would be dope. It's not impossible, y'all.
One game at a time.
One game at a time.
But I don't even know. We spent the hour here on this. I'm over this.
Okay. Well, I
I
just
hope
wanted to get
nothing
it
else.
all
No,
out.
no, no. I hope nothing else comes of this. I hope that it's all in
Me
house
too.
now
Me too.
and it's all over with.
Me too.
What you got? What you got? Who you picking tonight? Before we get ready to get out
Uh,
of here.
yeah. So I'm UCLA, for sure. And I mean, I'm not saying that somebody can't really
Wisconsin,
sneak up
Washington.
and get them, but
Wisconsin and Washington though.
Washington. I got Washington.
Okay. I don't know anything about St. John's. I won't even. I don't know. But it's on FS1, which is interesting. So DePaul is St. John's.
Oh,
Anybody know
DePaul and
anything
St.
about
John.
DePaul or Does anybody know anything about DePaul or St. John's? I don't.
Well, I said for Anissa Morrow played there.
Right, like this, like right now, I don't know anything about them.
All right, now I don't know.
Anybody know anything about them? You got
Did I
UCLA.
play
Okay.
St.
Oh my bad,
John?
Tiff. I thought you were
No, I
saying
played
Rutgers. I
C.
thought the
No,
director wasn't happy with Rutgers coach sending Kiyomi down for bad behavior. Have you seen Rutgers? It's not possible. I seen Rutgers.
but
Yeah,
Sess,
I seen
don't you
Rutgers.
know that before she would make that decision, that she would talk to the athletic director? At least my coach did. They were really close. She was always visiting us, and they always talk. So if before the coach made that decision, I'm sure she got it cleared through the athletic director, because that's her boss. So of course she would have to let her know, hey, I'm gonna make this huge thing decision,
Or
or even they helped her
or if
make the
nothing else,
decision.
or if nothing else, when the post came out, they should have called and said, you doing what? Because the post was out at enough time for you to say, hey, yeah, no, she gonna play.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Because I
I
almost
don't know.
didn't believe it. I almost was like, don't believe it. You know what I mean? Just prepare to play her and play her, or not play her. Like Coach G was like, I was gonna be prepared either way, because people. I don't know if they owe the opposite team the right to tell them that they're gonna play at the last. I mean, if there's a window or a time frame that you have to say that, you know, I don't know. But that would have been
Oh
interesting,
no,
how she came running through the tunnel.
Izzy got to
Yeah.
go. I'll take Morrow before Izzy. Oh,
Right. Yeah, I do. I would too. It's a height difference. I get it, but yeah,
okay, Cold World.
it's gonna be interesting. It's the drive for Morrow, and where Morrow lands. I think is gonna be super duper interesting, to say the least.
Well,
Cause she is such a
it's
tweener
just
to me.
beginning. It's just beginning. It's
Yeah.
just getting started.
Yeah.
What you got before we get ready to get out of
Okay.
here?
Yeah. So I might go on. We'll see. I got some things to do for UCLA. I'm basically just scouting them and trying to check them out until, because we play them like, who do we play? I just saw it. I think I played them January 19th. Too. I think I play them this month. So yeah, I'm checking them out. But
All right.
as always, I want to thank you all. I want y'all to have a great day. Thank you, Sis, for allowing me to be up here and grace your stage. And
Oh man,
yeah,
it's the Check Ball We Up show.
check ball we up.
So with that, y'all, we can ready to get out of here. I'm back with a Such Talk Bet show here shortly. Uh, and then of course we got Game Pocket with Such coming up, and we got the CC show coming up later on. I seen Coach Coleman get in the chat with the cow. Um,
Sess, you got any? You got on your show? Do you know if you have any info on not here, but on Gamecock and on Ashlyn, how she's doing,
I don't know.
and Maddie?
Dawn has a radio show later today. So if she gives some information there, then
Bring
or
it
if something
over.
comes out,
Yeah.
I will definitely report it.
Okay.
But with that, y'all, we finna get ready to get out of here. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. Talk soon. We out.
Peace.